20th Century Design Project by Austin Heron. The chair you are sitting in right now has design concepts that started with one of the pioneers of modern furniture, Fritz Hansen. The history of Fritz Hansen and the legacy it would lead began in 1872 in Copenhagen, Denmark. As a craftsman, Fritz Hansen founded this family furniture store with his son, Christian Hansen. The work that they put forth set the high standard of quality furniture that continues to the present day. The true specialty of the firm was not conceived until 1930s by Fritz Hansen's son, Christian Hansen. Around this time, the company started experimenting with steam-bending beechwood. This transformed the world of furniture from straight edges and corners to formed curves and bends. Although Denmark and all of Europe struggled through the time of war in the 1940s, Fritz Hansen seemed to overcome this and introduce its first classics. Starting in 1944, the China chair was introduced by Hans J. Wegner. 1 year later, in 1945, the spoke-back sofa was introduced as the second classic by Borge Mortensen. Arne Jacobsen characterized the 1950s at Fritz Hansen and was the biggest inspiration of the company since Fritz Hansen founded the company himself. As an architect, Jacobsen had dynamic knowledge of design. Arne Jacobsen would introduce 3 classics in this decade that are still seen today. The first, in 1951, was the famous ant chair. 6 years later, in 1957, he designed and released the swan chair. Immediately following that, the famous egg chair was introduced, completing his classics. These first 75 years of design, classic pieces, and inspirational architects are the fundamental history of high-quality furniture company Fritz Hansen. Next time you are at work, school, or just at home, take a second and look at the furniture you are using, and you may be able to relate back to this Danish family furniture store.